What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Lee West, and welcome to Don't Run From Us podcast with my light-skinned co-host.
Man, welcome in, bro. It's another episode of Don't Run From Us. I'm your boy, Garen, aka Money. Hit that like, subscribe to us, don't_run_from_us. I know it's a lot, but hit all them things and follow us, man. We got a crazy topic today. It's about to go down in the showdown. Yeah, so let's get it popping, man.
First off, we're gonna start off with a cool little icebreaker. D Money, how you been, man? How's your week been?
Man, the week's been amazing, man. 2023 starting off with a bang. 2022 finished with a bang. 2023 starting off with a bang. Everything seemed more focused, fresh. Everything is focused. Everything is in plan, and everything is on the checklist, and we just checking them off as we go, man. It's just I'm doing the things a little different. I'm doing monthly goals. So not saying, I want to do this, but I got all my goals right now, and this one I need to complete in January. Then when February comes, this one I need to complete in February. So doing it like that, so we making sure we checking those off in all January. But hey, we off to a fresh start. It's great. It's amazing, and yeah, we getting it cracking, man. What about you, G?
What's up? You got a planner or anything like that that's holding yourself accountable, or?
So, as you know, I got accountability conversations with my boy. We're gonna be doing those. I'm just setting the date, but everything right now is gonna be everything's on the calendar. Everything is written out. I'm gonna use the phone, but this time I'm gonna have it written out where I can see it. I feel like the visual is always better than having it in the phone. So we're gonna see it out. I got the calendar put on the board. Every date is written out for what I have so far, and keeping it really organized and controlling that time management. Because time management right now, I feel like I was talking about last year, I want to improve on. So everything needs to be structured, putting myself in a structured moment so we can get things done.
Quick question before I dive into mine, because now that you say that, I'm thinking about muscle memory. And say, we have these devices, cell phones, laptops, desktops, so on and so forth, where we can type up our goals. And I noticed that you said you want to have it visual. So do you feel like whether it's printed up or hand stroke is different, or which one is better for you? I know it's different for different people.
Lately I've been writing it. I haven't printed nothing up, but I just been writing it out. I got a notepad now. I got an actual calendar. I have a whiteboard calendar that I use for each month, but I actually have a calendar where I can go through each month, write what's supposed to go in, what I want to accomplish that month, or what's going on that month. So when people want to book me or they want to do anything with myself, then I know what it's planned for. I'm not kind of be like, oh yeah, I can do it. Then I'll be like, oh, something came up. Like everything's got to be organized. But I think the phone is still going to be important. Putting things in a phone, but as I'm putting in the phone, if it's an event I need to be shooting for in February, I need to put the date, and then when the date comes, let's say the date's on the 12th, I'm gonna put January 12th as a reminder, like a month out, just so it can keep reminding me, like, hey, you got this plan, so plan for it. So it's not when February comes the day before, oh, you got a show, and I'm not prepared. You know what I'm saying? Or not. So really utilizing both, but I think the visual right now is how I learn a little bit better, and that was just always in school too. I'm a visual learner, so
Yeah, I
we're
feel
gonna
like
see how that goes.
when you actually like write stuff down, you tend to remember it more because you gotta like process it in your brain and write it down what you have to remember, and then you can also see it on top of visualizing. And of course, adding it in is a beautiful thing. For me, what I got this week, I've been crushing the gym, bro. I'm just getting back to performance ready. That's my goal for these next 3 months, to get back performance ready so I can hit some stages. The plan from this year going forward is to do as many shows as possible, bro. But I'm gonna start off with at least, man, I could do a lot a month. I could say 4 a month. That's a lot. That's one every week. That's possible. It's definitely possible to do. I just got to get on my grizzly and make sure that my mind, body, and soul is all aligned and get things knocked out. Been dealing with a lot of, personal things that I got going on, hurdles that I need to go over. And it's funny because I got this thing for Christmas or birthday, Christmas, or whatever it's called, Mind of a Champion. So I just pulled a card, and the card says, "Set high standards. Self confidence comes from within. Hold yourself to the highest standards, even when you think no one is watching, because you are always watching." Um, and then on the back of the card, it says, "I will always hold my head high." No matter what you're going through, man. And that's for all people. We all deal with adversity differently, and that I mean it trickles into our topic today as well, because Skip, mm, Skip has
This
word
is diving in. This is diving in.
had some choice words. I just feel like, and like I said, we're gonna dive into it. This week's podcast is about the situation that happened between the Buffalo Bills and the Bengals, Monday Night Football, and one of the players, Damar Hamlin, what did I say, Hamlin,
Mhm.
went into cardiac arrest after making a tackle on, I believe, Tyler Boyd or Higgins, one of them. I think it was Boyd. Or Higgins, I don't remember. He's one of them.
Higgins. It was T Higgins.
Yeah,
Yeah, check on T Higgins.
one of them. Um,
But how do you feel about it, man? You've been in the sports world. You play football. I've never played the contact sport. I've done basketball. I've done bowling. I've done baseball, soccer, but I've never done contact sports. So how did that make you feel? How do you feel, the NFL handled that situation and just now to what sports is looking like when it comes to athletes, fantasy football, like those all type of things. People was think about it. People was in the championship fantasy and this thing happened. So like people had mixed emotions. Some people like they should have played, did that. So how do you feel like being in that field of doing football for the amount of time you done it?
bro, that somebody's life was on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hell with a fantasy, the hell with a game, the hell with continuing all that. Like, you got to make sure bro is good. And they didn't get word that he was, able to hold his own hours later after the game. So there wasn't no way that they was gonna be able to play the game because they were assisting him with breathing, for quite some.
Hmm.
So I think the NFL made the right decision of not playing the game. I think they made the right decision of canceling the game. And then when it comes to fantasy owners, shut the hell up. Like, come on now. Like, if that was one of y'all relatives that passed out at work or whatever the case may be, like, work for sure is going to continue to go on. This is a game, dog. Like, they suit up every weekend to go out there, and it's going to be the best of 11 against 11, no matter what. But something catastrophic as this happens, you know what I'm saying? And people are, and mind you, snap the whistle every freaking down, whether it's Pop Warner, high school, college, semi-pro, CFL, NFL. Snap the whistle, bro. Everybody putting their life on the line, like every snap, like it's for real. For
Man, but you bring up a great point. Like I said, like somebody's life on the line. Everybody like they should have played. They seen people happen. It happened before. We seen people, get carted off the field and all that stuff, and we seen it before, and it's nothing new. It could have just resumed. But I'm like, when is the last time that happened? When is the last time people seen something like that? And then when is the last time have we seen somebody in a contact sport not say break some because we see people break some contact sport, but like really not move. Like he didn't move, and they tried to do it, and he went back down. They couldn't move him. So imagine if he had died on the field. You know what I'm saying? The picture of people, and these are human players too. That are his teammates, the people that he's playing against. Like his mother was in the stand, his father's in the stand. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't move. So imagine those players that was on the field, and even T Higgins. Imagine him. He the one that got tackled on him, and think about the last moment if he saw him die, and that was the last thing he did. He tackled me. Like he
and
young too. He a
that's what,
young kid.
that's what people were saying. Like, um, understand, like he's also going through something too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it's different when how can I say this? You're doing something to where like it's a high risk type play or occupation in this sense, and you know that you are always you're constantly putting your life not thinking about that when you play sports because this is football, but
Exactly.
like the moral or the mindset, not the moral, the mindset that T. Higgins had to be doing is like, dog, his last contact with a human was with me. Like, I feel horrible. You know what I mean? It's like I'm overcoming something myself, and I wish things didn't have to be this way, are this way, and people
And
just
think about
hella insensitive
it.
about.
And think about it, bro. People don't understand. He was never supposed to see the field. This is his second year. He only saw the field because one of his teammates got injured with a serious neck injury, and that was another injury before on that same team. He had a serious neck. He was recovering, but he had a neck injury. And people don't understand, bro. Hamlin is not guaranteed. His money's not guaranteed. He was only guaranteed. Somebody said I was reading up on like I think 190,000.
Um,
Like
yep,
you know what I'm saying? And he got to feed his family. He trying to support his family. He trying to support himself. And none of that shit is guaranteed in the league. It's hard to get guaranteed money in the NFL, even though it's the highest paid sport. And people worry about, what I'm saying, playing a football game. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because even let's just say he can't play no more. His heart is bad. He can't play no more. He can't get disability, or if he does get disability check, the NFL lowered the disability check. They lowered the medical, and you got to go to that. And the NFL hired a private investigator for the medical in order for y'all to say if he's going to clear and be approved to get this for life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he
they
should.
make it so hard. After football, it's almost like robbing these niggas of playing the game because they don't want to pay these players. And these players put their life on the line every day. I'm not talking about just tackling and doing that. I'm talking about putting their body in conditioning, making sure their bodies are fit, doing what they do, getting tackled every day. And I'm not saying like I said, you getting people. I feel like you don't never know what people going through, especially in the NFL. Like these niggas is bigger, they faster, and when you get hit, it probably hit hard. They hitting you, bro. It's not no boom. Oh, you getting smacked. Come on, man. Like,
It's
think
a,
about it.
and it takes a lot to get to that point to reach the NFL elites. You know what I mean? For you to be able to become someone that play on that field is a blessing because you gotta think about it like college, hundreds of thousands, high school, people with those dreams going to the NFL, probably millions, you know what I mean? Students that want to go to
Exactly.
the next level, but not everybody's gonna make it. And it's a blessing to be able to make it that far when you get there. And like you said, well, we both saying they're continuously putting their bodies on the line. You gotta eat right, you gotta have the right mind state, you gotta know how to take a tackle, give a tackle. Because you got to brace for these tackles. I don't care what nobody say. Like when you
Exactly.
yes, yes, you gotta brace yourself.
Man, have you seen instant replays? Like, people don't understand. I've seen plenty of instant replays. When they about to get tackled, they close their eyes. Like,
You have to. Yeah.
I know bro.
Either you're gonna get hit or you're gonna deliver the hit, one or the other. Like, and it's
And you don't feel it. And I've seen people that give hits get hurt. They
of course,
hurt their shoulder, hurt their back, they neck.
that's
Like,
the
come
situation
on.
right here. That's this situation right here. Demar made the tackle and he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a beautiful thing though that all the people are coming together and supporting him and letting him know
I
that
love that.
and the biggest takeaway from that for me was what the doctors told him because when he came out of or when he woke up and he was able to breathe on his own and he was able to function, he asked the doctors, "Did we win?" And they was like, "Man, yeah, you won. You won another chance at life, bro. Like you won the biggest game, bro. Like that's living. You know what I mean? Like forget about bunk the game. Like you won the game of life, my G, and you got a chance to still be here and operate and be amongst your loved ones and we don't have to see you go out like that because that's a sad way to see somebody go out. Remembered on that field, like everybody that attended that, everybody that went to that game is going to be affected by the initial the initial contact, the initial incident that happened. They're gonna forever like that's history. It's written in history right now. Like a couple days later, but it's how people will deal with that type of trauma to move forward. Now it's gonna be some moms and dads or parents are like, "Oh, yeah, I want my kids to play football ever again." Like, what's the likelihood of that
Some
happening?
people said that. Some people said they're not putting their kids in football. They
But
seen it like, "My kid ain't playing."
that,
But it's not.
the doctor said that that can happen anytime to anyone, not just in football.
That's what I was just about to bring another topic. We seen that happen in basketball. A dude scored a basket. I forgot his name. I don't know if he was on Texas or Kentucky. He was one of those prodigy in the league. He was supposed to go to the league. He scored a hoop, back pedal, and just collapsed.
I just
Like,
find
you know
out.
what I'm saying? You just your heart just inflames, bro, and you can't, and you just cardiac arrest right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy because I remember when I first it reminded me of when I first seen uh the movie Six Man
Oh
with
yeah,
Marlon Wayans. And it's kind of like a comedy, but when you see that moment of your brother, like I can just imagine every time I see that something, I can just imagine like one of my brothers, like one of my good friends, you know what I'm saying? Just dropping on dropping dead. We don't know what happened, just dropping. And that's just like imagine you having to be in that moment and something happen like that. And like I said, you see the six man, he did it off his brother threw an alley oop and he dunked it and then he passed away. Like that was the last thing I got to do with you, bro. Like crazy, you know what I'm saying? You think about shit like that, but like I said, the amount of people that was around him, the amount of people that supported him, that he wants to do well, and his foundation, he had a good foundation. I'm happy to see his foundation grow because of that. It sucks that a tragedy has to grow a foundation, to be honest, but
yeah.
I'm
'Cause
happy that
like three bands or something like that to begin with.
it only had like 74,000 or something like that, and then after he went down, it went up to like 3.5 million. Everybody donated, like. You know what I'm saying? It takes a tragedy for somebody to really look into your foundation, which sucks. And I hated that in a sense because if you really support this dude and this foundation, we should be putting it in right now. So
Not
you
because
know what I'm saying? Exactly. And it starts with like you said, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? What the card just says, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up high, bro. And I felt like he had to fight. He keeping his head up. The people that's and it was nice to see like just throughout the media. Um, you know, Stefan Diggs went to go see him, try to in a hospital.
thanks.
The family reached out. The family reached out to support T. Higgins. Like this man is going through something. Do not criticize this man. It wasn't his fault. Like that's not. You can't blame him for what happened because it's not his fault. Like he didn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to hear the family speak out, everybody speak on it, and really understand the game of football doesn't need to be played when a human life is on the line. And I respected that because it's just not just about football or any sports. If you see somebody like I said, anybody pass out, anybody dying, like or about to pass away or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just these people play the game they love but at the same, like you said, it's just, bro, we got it's risk, but you got to understand this person is human, not about nothing else than
Right.
somebody's human life. You feel me? So I think it was amazing to see that.
It is beautiful to see people come together, but then we also have people that are like, I don't know. Can you pull that up real quick and read it verbatim? Skip's tweet.
Man, let me see if man, that boy Skip said some out of pocket stuff. He said something about the game should have been played,
But
and
now it
let's
seems
see.
so relevant. So now people are coming to his aid, are saying the fact that he put that it it seems irrelevant now. My whole thing is the point, the fact that he even said it seems. You know what I mean? Like, dog, it's not a it seems, it's relevant that somebody's life is on the line. Like definitely the game is definitely irrelevant, but the whole situation itself it trumps the game. Why would this game? I don't care about superseding or care about playoff stats or who needs to be in position for this and this and that. Why does that even come out of your fingertips? And I don't know if he got somebody that's tweeting for him or not or whatever it is because it seemed like he tweet every 5 seconds his thoughts. But I'm like, dude, can't nobody live on Twitter that much. Nah, I don't think. I tried to go and search to find it my dang self, but it's probably like on one of these sports outlets. You probably go to like ES.
Yeah. So I found it. It says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. And then nothing is more important than that young man's health. That's what he says after. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry if it was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I pray for him and will continue to. So I feel like somebody talked to him.
Well, yeah, they,
Like somebody say something to him. Because even when on the show I was watching, it's like, bro,
oh,
is
Shannon,
that what you want to say? Is that what you want to say? And I
Shannon,
feel like he be disrespecting Shannon so much. And he be making me mad because I feel like he tried to talk down on Shannon. And people, Shannon Sharp is a Super Bowl champion, bro. He's a Hall of Famer. And you trying to tell me when you try to tell me Tom Brady's career is better than yours? In what way, bro? Think about it.
I don't even play the same
Think
position.
about it. You know how hard it is to play tight end?
I don't even play the same
Who's
position.
the greatest tight end, bro?
Tom
You
Brady,
gotta
Tom Brady is not blocking and running routes and catching the ball.
bruh, that's what I'm saying. You
So
gotta block. I gotta block the strongest people. I gotta catch balls in motion and come on and get hit. Like y'all crazy. And
yeah,
think about it.
he also has
Prime
to
example.
read the defense just as well as the quarterback, so he can get open for his route when he runs a route.
And he gotta know which way to block when the route when the fucking play is called. If he has to block. Think about it. Why you think Rob
There's
Gronkowski
no
ain't in the league?
comparison,
And
bro.
he's young too.
There's no comparison. They're both great in their own right, but you can't say one's better than the other. Now, what you can say is Tom has more rings than him. That's it. That's that. But
It
they're
doesn't matter. You know how hard it is to get a championship ring in the NFL?
that's
If
all I'm
you
saying.
get one,
That's that. That's it.
I'm a champion.
Yeah. For the rest of your life.
You special, maybe you know Tom the Different gets sick, but if you get one in the NFL, you great, bro.
That's why he told him he was like, bro, you have no accolades. You are
He
just
do.
an announcer, bro. You're great in your own lane of what? Talking and cutting people off, blowing
Exactly.
smoke out your ass, frustrating people, and making people want to come up to the station and put hands on you.
Exactly.
I don't know
And
if
it
you
just
know what Matt Barnes said, but Matt Barnes went in. That's
but
all.
they podcast is real too. Like Matt
Yeah.
Barnes, him and
But
I feel like Matt Barnes and what's his name?
on the
God,
pod,
what's his dude? What's his other co-host?
Stacks, him and Stacks. Yeah,
Man, they came from old school days. And think about it, they played in an era where there was a hacker shack, hacker. They hand check. They didn't have this soft shit. They hand check. You got fouled, you got fouled.
just so
Like
people
they might been like this.
have to transition from football to
But
basketball. That's
but
the.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm
that's
just
not
saying.
what we're talking about
But
right now. Just giving clarity.
but but going back to like I said, going back to the what I'm saying is that it's more of what we need to understand that the game is played with human people. Some people are guaranteed, and people are not guaranteed in this game. He wasn't thinking about it. This guy was not supposed to play on the field, and he got the opportunity to play on the field. He was playing good when he was on the field. So imagine what would have happened in his next year. He probably would have He probably would have been somewhere further in his career than what he was when he started.
Right.
Now this might be a major setback. He might never play. You never know. He's improving. Thank the Lord. He's off the breathing tube. What I've read. He's not, needing that to breathe on his own. He's making dramatic improvement, but who knows if he's gonna be able to play the same way, or how long can he play, or when can he play, or you know what I'm saying? So I say, like I said, that young man is, you feel me? We never know. We never know what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen, what day is gonna happen. But I was on the side note, I saw a interview with Mike Evans, and he said, "How do you feel about the Damar Hamlin situation?" He was like, "Man, it's just tragic for what happened to that young man, and we all praying for him to get better and well." And then some of the reporters like, "Do you feel poised and afraid to play this game?" And he was like, he said, "No." He said, "It makes me more hungry, because any day could be my last day, so I want to go harder." And it's just crazy to hear that because, like you said, like reading that chord you just pulled out. What did the chord say, bro?
Uh,
What
um,
did that chord you just pulled out?
you want me to read the whole thing or just the back part?
What was the back part? I know you said keep your head high, but what was the
Always hold my head high.
bro? Want to play harder, bro? He ain't look down, nothing. He want to play, bro. So
And they should. I mean, and if you want to walk away from it because of health reasons, or you fear for your life, then walk away from it too. I respect both decisions. And like what Mike Evans says, it just fuels him to be hungrier. That him personally, like that's what it does for him as a man, and people should be able to understand that and respect that that's his decision. There's too many people, and that's the thing with like a lot of sports analysts. They they love to give their opinion about what somebody else is doing, but they're not in their shoes. They're not living their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So um, when they, especially when it's off the field, off the court type of life decisions, and because we media and negativity thrives, and also other extra stuff, and a lot of stuff is clickbait, just like the Shannon Sharp tweet. That's clickbait.
oh,
Sensitive as shit.
the Bayless tweet that's clickbait for sure. Come on,
Not
man.
Shannon Sharp. Skip. Yeah, Skip Bayless. Not Shannon Sharp. My bad, Shannon. If you ever watch this, Skip. 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 Yeah, you're gonna have to watch your lip, dog. And it's crazy because like they let him get away with so much stuff, and other people will be probably fined. Other people will probably be asked to apologize. He said he's not going to apologize. He said he's not going to take it down, and it's still
He
up.
didn't. He said not. He said nobody told me I had to take it down. I stand with every word I said. It's a difference between, and like I said,
Right now,
it's a difference between black.
Say Demar, say, hey man, I wish you. It would be nice if you took that down. How you think he gonna address that?
It's a difference between black and white.
Big time. But how do you think Skip would take that if Demar asked him, hey, can you take that tweet down? Can you do?
No, no,
You think he's gonna still say no?
yeah,
And do you think he'll get more backlash because of that? Because DeMar is now asking, he's making the request, like, "Hey, bro, that was about me. Can you take that?"
craziest craziest thing about the media, it sucks. Controversy sells.
Oh, big time. Big,
Controversy sells in the media, and he's being so controversial in his way. Shannon Sharp's trying to check him, and he's still being controversial with him. It sells, bro. That's why that people watch that show. It sells. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like this, man. Nothing comes from speaking down on the man, speaking down on a person. And like I said, he's never played the game. He doesn't know the game. He's only been an announcer or whatever your talk show was like.
all
They
he knows,
said, even Shannon Sharp said, Shannon Sharp, what have you done? I heard you didn't do this. He's like, yep, I didn't. So how can you talk about somebody in the game you ain't never played at a high level?
he's he only knows the instructions of the rules of the game by what's being said in the rule book and how the games are supposed to be played. He's never once suited up in any sport whatsoever to actually play the game. He's never felt that pressure of seconds on the clock on either atmosphere, whether it's basketball, football, soccer, whatever the last inning of baseball, any of this, you know what I mean? Or if 45 love tennis, anything like that. The intensity. He don't know anything about what it's like to feel that type of pressure, to be a part of that type of competition where things are
Mm.
extremely competitive between two different teams. And
And the best play what football is what a 53-man roster. You know how hard it is to get on a 53-man roster in the NFL? This ain't college. This ain't it's even harder in college. Like, you think you know harder than a 53-man roster? You the best of the best, and you not playing. Like, you feel me? There's people that's great and they on the practice squad, but you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like they never nobody can tell you what somebody can be or who's weak and who's not if you've never played on that magnitude. I don't care. Like my fantasy football person who they trash this week, bro. You never played on that magnitude. You going off you going off what you think somebody should be doing every week. Bro, these people are human. People have great games. People have ass games. People have okay games. You never know. That's why the game's so crazy. Because
yeah,
you never know who's gonna come out and have that amazing game.
yeah. And right now, what we're doing right now is just giving our opinions and our thoughts about how Skip addresses the game, how the game is addressed, those that have made it to those elite levels in the game and played it. Like I've played it at multi levels, like been all the way blessed to go up to that level and see what it's like up in here in that arena in Seattle many moons ago. But it is what it is, and here, and I've suffered my own injuries. What stopped me in mine? Hit my shoulder for the third time, so my football stuff was gone. So I know what it's like, bro, and that can be mentally demoralizing. It can be traumatizing. You can be afraid of taking certain hits again. It's not going to be easy for Demar to bounce back. Now I'm coming from a personal place of experience because I've been there. I know what it's like to try to put the pads back on, to go out there
Mhm.
and people be like, "Oh, you scared?" Or they're like, "Nah, it's not that I'm scared. It's just." What if? Now I'm living off of what if. You know what I'm saying? And I take that one hit and or make that move, I make that wrong cut, or I get chipped a certain way, or I land a certain way, and it's a wrap for me. I don't even want to do it, so I'm gonna walk away from something that I love. And that part right there is probably like the biggest heartbreaking thing I could ever think of for anybody, bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna end it on this on that is prime time. I saw an interview he did with Shannon Sharp. I didn't even know his toe was amputated.
Then
Playing a game? Come on, bruh.
they they just amputated.
Yeah, but like, damn.
Yeah, they took his big toe.
So, on God.
Put your back foot down, dog. Put your back foot down.
Hey, that's crazy, man. But hey, y'all, man. Like I said, prayers to Damar Hamlin, man. Happy to see that young man doing improvement. I'm happy to see him being able to breathe on his own and hopefully, be ready for his next chapter of his life. If it's football, if it's not, but praying for his next chapter and he doing well in that.
I
So
prayed for the death of controversy. I do believe in healthy arguments and debates, but I'm not a fan of negativity. Pray that goes away as soon as possible. I don't care if it's street life, music, sports, any type of entertainment, or regular life occupations, jobs, 9 to 5s, all that. Any type of negative energy you got in your life, do what you got to do to sage that mess up out of there, and express yourself. This is for whoever's listening, and this might be something that is resonating with you. Make sure you tap in with yourself, tap in with your community, find ways to be better, and always elevate on a continuously daily basis, man. That's just all we can do while we're here. We also got this crazy mad weather, but we'll talk about that another time and how it's affecting people. And because a lot of stuff people not taking serious, man. And I think that they need to. But you can find me at Lee West Jr. on Instagram, Lee West Jr. for YouTube. About to kick off my TikTok soon. Getting a lot of things together in order for that. And then we have Don't Run From Us, don't underscore run underscore from underscore us at for Instagram, and also on YouTube. We'll be having all those things uploaded once we send it off to get it all edited and cute and whatnot.
Yeah. Like you said, man, don't run from us, man. It's another episode, man. It's your boy Darren, aka Money. You can follow me at a Darren Production on Instagram, my YouTube, Darren Production on Twitter. If you want some laughs, bro, holla at me. You on my personal, Mr. Hawkins ____. That's 3 underscores. Yeah, check it out. Make some laugh. Hit the like and subscribe to all those channels you heard on this motherfucking podcast, man. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next episode. We're going to go up and we're going to get this motherfucker cracking. Trust me, it's about to get it cracking. So when you see us, man, like I said, don't run from us. We're going to go live, too. We're going to go live and do a live session. I want y'all to tune in, kick in with us. Yeah, we're going to get it cracking, man. So that's it for your boy, man. Let's get it popping, man.
Really appreciate it. See y'all next week. Bye.